Come be messing with me. With 3Tymesthetea. 3Tymesthetea. Come be messing with me. 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. With 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. With 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. With 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. 3Tymestheeta. 3Tymestheeta. Come be messing with me. Well, hey. Hi, 3Tymers. We got a special show for you guys tonight. So, we got Street Madness Radio in the building. I know, right? So, this is a young black entrepreneur. Started his own radio station from the ground up by himself. And we're going to call him Rizzo, because that's why he feel comfortable being called Rizzo. And we're going to bring Rizzo right on up, because we're going to introduce y'all to Street Madness Radio. Because now 3Tymesthetea is collabing with Street Madness Radio. So, with that being said, let me bring him right up. Rizzo!
What's good?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. Stop acting all stiff.
Nah, I'm not acting stiff, but you made that damn intro song yourself?
Well, I did the hook, and somebody did the beat for me and put it all together. Why you say that?
It was hot.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was so hot that you played the shit twice.
Yeah, I had to play it. It was so nice, I had to play it twice. Okay? So let me ask you this. What gave you the idea to start Street Madness Radio?
To be honest, I don't know. I think because, I'm a music lover, like I'm really passionate about music. Mm-hmm. So radio really didn't come to mind until I had wanted to start my own show. Mm-hmm. And my first show was Certified Radio. Mm-hmm. I really it was a cool title back then, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was airing it on this radio station called the Mix Hub Radio. And I was doing it, I think, every Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Okay. And then this other radio station down in the DMV area called the DMV Radio app had hit me up to do 2 shows for their station. So I was doing a different version of Certified Radio called DMV Certified. Mm-hmm. And then I was doing DMV to Atlanta. Basically, I was just playing all DMV artists and mixed with Atlanta artists.
And the reason DMV artists?
Which DMV artists?
What is DMV artists?
DC, Maryland, Virginia artists in that area.
Okay. Just want to make sure they understand what that is. Okay.
Yeah. So I was playing artists like that y'all might know to this day. Well, she might not know, but like Q the Fool, Will the Rapper, Shelly the MC, those type of artists. Mm-hmm. And then I wind up becoming a program director for the DMV Radio app at a young age. I think I was about 17, 18 when I, started being a program director for them. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot for me to learn, but I got the hang of it. And then I moved from them to playnextupradio.com. And I end up making an all new show, which there was like my 4th show called the Street Madness Show. Mm-hmm. And the Street Madness show was like a little mix show, like all the other shows was. And then over on Nate Station, I was bringing people in, and I was doing a lot of stuff, but I wasn't a program director. So one day I thought about it. I was like, I can do this by myself. Like I can make my own station and make radio different. So I had I was thinking of so many names to
Mm-hmm.
name my own station. And I came up with like the craziest name. I came up with Break South Radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the meaning by Break South Radio was I'm breaking people music. I'm from the South, and this is a radio station. That's where radio come in at. And then I curated, I made the name. I was uploading music to the platform. Then I was trying to get shows or whatever. The three shows that I wanted, they came on the station, but then they left the same day because I don't think they really fuck with the name.
Right.
So I was hurt, because I thought, I had some in the making. But then I had to brainstorm. So back in 2019, I was putting more work into it, and I'm like, okay, what the hell I'm gonna name this shit? But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I got a whole show called the Street Madness Show. What if I just turn that shit to a station?
Right.
Then one of the people at playnextradio.com created a logo for me. And the first logo was red. And uh I went and made the platform. Street Madness Radio was on the free platform, but I really did not know how it worked. But then I worked with it some more, and then if I wanted to play shows, I had to play them while I was at home. Like I couldn't just schedule shows and just leave the house and they just play by themselves. So I knew that I had to get a better platform and put money into it.
Right.
So I went and had and put money into a one radio service I was at, and then I started grabbing some shows that I like, and then Street Madness Radio started taking off from there. And then I had to leave that radio server to go to Live 365, and I really am like I felt like by me moving to Live 365, it was a good decision because a lot of people mess with it. Like the numbers getting even more better over at Live 365.
Mm-hmm.
Is a lot of stuff in the making with them, and I got other stuff going on the station. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, this is his Instagram page that I have up here, Street Madness Radio. And since he ain't on the camera, let me show y'all a picture of him. I did show y'all a little bit, but I'm gonna show y'all again. This is Rizzo, the man with the plan.
See that picture. Look, so mind you, back in 2019, I was still working on the station, trying to make sure that like when I launched the station, the rotation that I'm playing would be right. Everything would be on point.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a partner for Street Madness Radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and her, came together, and she was like, let's do a photo shoot for Street Madness. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So this picture right here that you have up, that's where that picture came from. She
Oh,
took the
okay.
picture. She took the picture before I launched Street Madness Radio back in April of last year.
So where is she now?
Kind of went separate ways,
Oh, I can
but
definitely understand that. But yeah,
my not trying to bash anybody, but
right. Because we don't want to do that.
I had brought the Street Madness show back, right? I brought it back, but I was gonna bring it back in a different type of way. So I had contacted this girl, which she was a manager for two artists at the time when I DM'd her. And I told her about the station or whatever. And then she agreed, to become a host or whatever. And then we did a couple shows or whatever, went to the clubs promoting, messed with the DJs, etc. And then stuff happened on her end to the point where she couldn't, work with me on Street Madness Radio. So I end up just taking everything in my own hands and just going crazy with it my way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Okay, so how can people listen to Street Madness Radio?
People can listen to the radio station by downloading the Live 365 app, which is in your Google Play Store and your Apple App Store. You download it, you go onto the app, you search Street Madness Radio, you click play, you listen to 24/7 music all day, every day. We got the best radio shows, podcasts, DJs you would ever hear. The DJs that we have, you ain't gonna hear this shit from no other station. Right. The radio shows we have, you ain't gonna hear them from another station. Like, we got the most dopest content out. And I feel, and then I'm gonna say this shit. I feel like I got the best station now on the net. That's how I feel.
I know when I first downloaded it and started listening to the station, I mean, I couldn't cut it off. Real trill spill. I ain't just saying that because it's you. No. Me and my friend downloaded it too, and she had her phone on in her room, and I had my phone, had it on my phone, and I was like, damn, this shit is thumping. That's Live 365. That's how how it's written out for you to go and download it on your phone or your iPad or whatever. But that's how it looks.
Yeah. See, a whole year of just prepping some shit, and then look, people tune in, they hearing the rotation, they hearing what we delivering. It's like you can't get off of it. Right.
And that's the God honest truth. Also, I want them to know too as well. You could also listen to the radio station on your TV. If you have a Roku TV, then you can also download and listen to the show on your TV, which was hella cool because I got to listen to my first show on Street Madness Radio last Monday on my TV. So that was hecka cool.
Yeah.
Other than doing it by YouTube,
Facts. Because when I found that platform, it was crazy, right? I was just looking for radio directories, right, to get more listeners. And I seen this particular platform, and it was like, oh, you can listen to us on Apple TV, Fire Stick, Roku, etc. So I'm like, let me add the radio station to here because I can tell people they can download this app, search the station, listen to it on their TV and shit, bring more listeners to the station. And it wound up being a great idea because now you can listen to us anywhere.
Right.
So when you
let
tell
me show
people
them how Get Me Radio looks, so they'll know what to look for.
Yeah.
When they go on their real cube. Can y'all see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is Get Me Radio right here. On my TV it was red and white. But right here you can add that to your selection, and you can also, when you get there, you go ahead and type in Street Madness Radio, Street one word Madness, and then radio, and it'll pull us up. That way you can listen to the podcast or the radio station or the hot DJs that's on there anytime you want to. So that listeners, broadcasters, and I don't know if it's okay, but I want you to tell them how old you are.
I'm 23.
23 years old, young black entrepreneur with his own radio station. Now, not only does he have his own radio station, it's worldwide. So when we did the podcast, they could hear me in other countries.
Yeah, definitely.
So we global on 3Tymesthetea.
Facts.
Yes. So I just want y'all to, I wanted to introduce him so that y'all can know him and see where I be at on Monday nights.
So if y'all didn't tune in to the series premiere 3 times with a T this past Monday, I mean, it was crazy. But I can honestly say one of my DJs, he went all the way back with the mix, but he went so back to the point that she didn't know none of the songs, right?
I was like, boy, I'm old, but I ain't that old. Damn.
So look, for episode 2 of 3 Times with the T, we got
3Tymesthetea, not with the T.
oh yeah, my bad. 3 times the T. My bad. I'm the one that upload the shows and I'm getting the shit wrong. My bad. Anyway, yeah. So when you tune into 3 times the T next Monday at 7 to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we gonna take that shit all. I mean, we gonna do some new school shit. Like this gonna be an episode that you don't want to miss. But if you do miss it, what I just launched last night. So if they miss 3 times the T, where they can go to?
They can go and I have that as well. I was just waiting on you. They can go watch it on demand.
Street Madness Radio on demand. Meaning
On demand. So
y'all know how hello.
Y'all
know how on television they be like, oh, if you miss such and such, you can go watch it on demand type shit. I was thinking about that because a lot of people be telling me, damn, bro, I didn't miss the show. How can I go back and listen? I'd be like, damn, this shit is already aired. I'm not planning on replaying it. But now I didn't created a Mixcloud account where everybody's show on the station will be uploaded. So if you miss something the night before or tonight, you can go on there and tune in. So you can't say you haven't listened to it.
On mixcloud.com/Street Madness Radio.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't got the misses because we still around. Any show that you really like, you could go back and replay it, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I know while I was on there, it was one guy, I was like, damn, boy, his mix was going down. So I wanted to find him again. So boom, he told me that they were going to be uploaded to the website. So I want to say a day or two later, he said it's on demand. I mean, he studied improving. And I just wanted to uplift you today, Rizzo, because it's a lot of men your age bracket that, out selling dope, out doing hella dumb shit, but you out here trying to make a name for yourself and for your kids in the future, and it's already successful because how many listeners do you have right now?
150K.
150K listeners right now. And we global. So with that being said, I wanted y'all to make sure y'all download Live 365. And when you're on Live 365, you make sure you put in Street Madness Radio and it'll pull up the station. If you go on, Get Me Radio. Type in Street Madness Radio, pull up the radio. Go to Mixcloud, type in Street Madness Radio, pull up all of the shows. So, with that being said, on Monday, we got a new show coming out. And on Monday, it's going to be a different mix. Now, the first show, he had me all, 1960 Sugar Hill, but he gonna bring me back because he forgot, you know what I'm saying? I'm older. I'm 44, but I ain't that old.
We see when I talked to one of my DJs about it, we was thinking you would have knew some of those songs. You know what I'm saying?
I did
But
know some of them. I did. I
but
did.
look though, she coming at me like the next mix. We gotta go new school. Like I want to hear some Cash, though. I want to hear some mulatto. I want to hear this. I want to hear that. I'm like, you know what? I think I know what direction to go in. So we're gonna turn up Monday.
Yeah, so we're gonna turn up. So y'all be ready. Because it's gonna be a whole different scene Monday. And I know a lot of my people that did listen was in that genre, so they really enjoyed it. But me, I could go to that genre, but I'm also as well. I'm a hottie. I'm a Megan Thee Stallion hottie. So
So
with
you
that being
telling
said,
me? So you telling me nobody wasn't breakdancing
I
in
was
your
about to. I
house
was about to
during that mix?
centipede all over this mother. I was about to centipede pop lock.
Cause y'all look, the difference with what y'all listen to on YouTube and on the radio station is two different things, right? I mean, it's the same show, but it's in a different format.
Mm-hmm.
Cause when you listen to it on YouTube, you just getting the show by itself. But when you listen to it on the radio, you getting the podcast and you getting a mix show all in one. So
Mm-hmm.
I came up with that idea because I feel like nobody done that. So I was like, let me be the first radio station and let her be the first podcast that has DJs as her music break on her podcast in the station.
So we
So
trend setting.
facts, cause at first she was like, how the hell that gonna work? And then I'm like, just trust me, like I got this. Like they don't call me Rizzo for nothing. I ain't call myself Rizzo for nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because
Then
I
when
was
that junk
worried.
facts, and then when it aired, she couldn't say nothing. That jump was fire. I'm just saying the way I put that shit together was fire. Nobody can do it like me.
He did. He did a very good job. I ain't gonna lie, he did. And I was so happy with the show. I was like, wow, this is really gonna be groundbreaking.
And this is just season one. We just began the first season this past Monday. The next Monday is episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
We about to go crazy. That's all I'm saying. We about to
Yeah,
go
we
crazy.
groundbreaking. So, next goal is we trying to put Street Madness Radio in a building. So y'all know I'm relocating to ATL. So with that being said, we already all over the world. We got to have a head front. So I've been talking to him about that. We've been talking about it, man. Maybe we get some works on that. If y'all know anybody that got some real estate out there in Atlanta, in the Decatur area, Stone Mountain, and close in that area, let me know that they offering a rental space and how much it is. So we could just start kind of like running numbers and see if we could possibly pull that together. Because I really want to see this young man go far. Now this is his business. This is his dream. This is his, whole thing. But since he's 23, I see him with the drive. I want to push him further. You know what I mean? And if I can be of assistance with that, I am definitely down for that. I just want you to know that.
It's crazy how at first I was trying to move. Well, I'm not gonna say move. I was trying to do a show on Station Head.
Hmm. I
That's how
remember
me
that's
and
how
her.
we met.
Yeah, that's how me and her met. And I think I did like 2 shows on Station Head, and then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm just gonna go back and just do my radio shit. I mean, do my real radio shit. Not saying Station Head is not a real radio platform, but it feels like Instagram and Facebook just in fucking radio form. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wasn't, I'm cool. I like to go kick it on Station Head every now and then, listen to some music, especially
Yeah.
when they have the little battles and stuff. That's hella cool. But as far as I just didn't see myself going far there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, other people go far, like Milagro Grams, Mob Radio. She real big, and she has a high following there. But I just, I didn't find my chi there. But I've been going back there lately, trying to find my group, just to, promote and stuff like that. So, but I feel more comfortable with Street Madness Radio because for the simple fact that, he's one on one. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually talking to the actual owner, CEO of the business, and he's putting me out there and putting a lot of DJs out there, putting not live ass music on the radio station. And I didn't even know at the time that it was worldwide. So that was just a perk because this radio station is slapping.
Cause after the show aired Monday, I'm telling her the stats and stuff, and in the country, she was like, they listen to us in Canada, they listen to us in Africa, South Africa, and Haiti, and all these other countries. And I'm like, yeah. She was like, well, if they listen to me all over the country, then I'm gonna stick with Street Madness Radio. That means they gonna listen to me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
yeah. It made, my thing is, it's gonna be people that I probably never get to meet, places that I probably never get to go, gonna actually hear my voice.
Because like I told her, I said you're a morning show to some of these countries. Like, some of these countries might wake up to your show in they time of their countries. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know I know this is like a new experience for you.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But I think in the long run, it would be a great experience. And I think you will realize that, damn, I didn't made a really great decision by sticking with
I've
Street
already
Madness Radio.
realized
And then,
that. I've already realized that. You ain't got to worry about that. I already
like,
realized that.
Cause the shit that I have in the works for this for my shit for my station is about to be crazy. Y'all not ready. Like, I'm just keeping stuff on the wrap and keep promoting my shows and keep on doing what I do. But the stuff that I do behind the scenes, I'm not even gonna say on the show. But I got some crazy stuff in the works. Street Madness on Demand was like just a little smidge, but the rest of the shit that I have going on is about to be too damn crazy, and I ain't playing. And then it been a lot of people when I first created this station telling me, "Oh, if you ain't making no money from it, it ain't a good business." I mean, I can honestly say I am making money from it, but I'm not gonna say I'm making money from it to where I don't have to like work a job and I can just do Street Madness Radio. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna knock it. Some radio stations, make a lot of money, and then the people just do that every day. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it. I work a part-time job, and yes, I own a radio station. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed to say that. But I'm gonna keep pushing.
But you gotta start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. But I'm gonna push this station to the point where I don't have to work no more. I can just do this. You know what I'm saying? I can pay my bills and stuff off of this. But I feel like we just getting started. Like, I feel Street Madness Radio is still new. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's old. You know what I'm saying? Because I just launched it last year back in April, so it's still new. It's like we still getting started. The stuff that we doing, all these listeners and supporters haven't seen anything yet. It's a lot to come around. Is a whole lot to come around. So everybody in Atlanta, everybody around the countries, I be seeing LA in the building, New York in the building.
Let me ask you a question. So if they have internet radio in their car, they can pull up Street Madness Radio?
Yeah, facts. If you got Audacity, it used to be radio.com, but it's Audacity now. You can download Audacity in your car and then press the little the voice little thing on the app and say Street Madness Radio. When you say Street Madness Radio, it takes you straight to the station, and then you turn up with your favorite radio shows, podcasts, and DJs on the go.
Okay. So you can watch us on TV. You can listen to it on the radio. You can listen to us on your phone. You don't got to miss us nowhere you at.
But for the ones that don't have the little fancy little cars with the little touch screen and shit, mixcloud.com/Street Madness Radio. Street Madness on demand.
And Bluetooth your shit to your radio.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was listening to the shows that I uploaded on Mixcloud this morning, and they sound good. It's crazy. Okay. To me, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Street Madness on demand was a good idea. So now, I mean,
that is a brilliant idea.
If your friends be like,
I missed the show.
I just missed the show over there. Your ass can say, Street Madness on demand, just click play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? we ain't replay. See, I'm not replaying anything unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? But if I have radio shows that's consistent every day, go to Mixcloud. Street Madness on demand.
That's it, y'all. That's it. So I want to thank you so much. I don't know if you want to stick for the rest of the show. I know it's your bedtime because you 3 hours apart from me. But I'm going to get into my horoscopes, crystals, chakras, and G.
Hold on. To people, to the people that's listening, I'm a jokester, right? So when I'm about to say don't take offense, I'm not gonna curse, I'm not gonna do anything. My voice is about to change a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. What else you about to talk about?
Horoscopes, crystals. I ain't gonna talk about chakras, but I'm gonna be talking about horoscopes, crystals. I'm gonna be talking about where the people that aren't from Africa that were here, the Aborigine people, because I feel like that we don't know who we are. So I'm digging into it. I'm learning about it, and while I'm learning, I'm bringing it to 3Tymesthetea.
I know damn well you ain't finna teach no lesson in this episode.
Yes, it's not a lesson. I'm just gonna teach them something about Aborigine people and Indian people, because most Black people, and the way you look like your grandmother Indian.
You said the way I look?
Yes, you look like you have Indian in your the high cheekbones. You have the structure of Indian in your family.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people think they African. Their ancestors all came from Africa, which if you go all the way back to 0000 BC, everybody come from Africa because we are the first man. But as far as my ancestors, they were born here in America. They were here before Columbus. We're not Nigerian. We're not African. We're Indian.
Yeah.
So and Black, African American. So, I'm just trying to open up people's minds and stop allowing, them just to believe what somebody tell you. My thing is go find out for yourself, because I feel like I got to explain this shit to my kids, and I have to make sure that they understand the truth. And when I leave here, I want them to tell their kids the truth and their kids the truth. So we'll know, because our history is lost. What we did before Christianity. Can you tell me what you did before Christianity? What Black people did before Christianity? What were they doing? To worship or to praise God? Can you tell me?
Oh, she talking to me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I was so interested to the point. Oh, okay, my bad. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
So, okay, we finna get into a video about it, right? Quick.
Oh, wait. Before you go into the video, you got to say the intro again.
The intro to
this.
the video or to
Yes.
okay, the intro to the video is I was gonna do that. I thought you were talking about something else. Okay, the intro to the video, basically what we talking about here.
No. See. Now she about to tell y'all what the damn video about.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No, I meant the intro.
What intro?
What's the beginning of your damn? What's the beginning of the intro on the damn radio show?
Oh, hey, this is Tam with 3Tymesthetea with my horoscopes, crystals, chakras, and chi. That
Y'all still just a little bit slow. just a little bit slow. But anyway,
leave it alone.
Put me on. Look, I'm gonna stick around. Just
okay, I'll put you on mute. I got you on mute. But
yeah,
you know what? Before we jump into that, I had a video especially for you, Rizzo. I'm gonna play it first. Okay.
Wait. You know I don't like surprises.
It's a good surprise. You're gonna laugh hard.
Okay. What she means?
It's a good surprise. It's something funny. It's something funny. I just want you to understand, you know. It's something
why you looking at me like that then?
Because I want you to think I'm not gonna do you bad. You know that.
I don't know that.
No, I would.
How you gonna tell me how to?
Have I ever done you bad?
She just blinked twice. Yes, she has. Look.
No.
She should have me on more often because this.
Yes,
shit right
I should because I love your presence. This is hella cool. Yes, I should.
Let me see what the hell this video.
All right, we finna drop down, y'all. Hold up. That's how I felt. I swear to God, I was like, okay, it's showtime.
I'm just lost for words right now.
Yeah, because you know, I wonder do most radio station hosts, are they really like that all the time? Or are they just doing it for the radio?
I don't know. I think they just do it for the radio.
Yeah, just like they was doing. He pulled
shit. I mean, on a FM radio station when they go on break, I don't think they'll be reading the book or taking a nap until they get back on air.
Right.
Shit. If I'm at a real FM radio station and it's my show and we go on commercial break, I don't know what the hell I'll be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because them commercials, they take a minute.
Yeah, they do. They do because they came back quick on that one though.
But Street Madness Radio do have commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like
I seen that when that's another thing. After the show was ended that day, the commercial was on. But I wanted to let you know that I didn't hear it on the TV. I could only hear it on my phone.
See, with the other platforms that I'm on, those ads is on Live 365, really, right? So you can only hear them on Live 365. So when you listen to the radio station on other platforms, and if the show cuts off early, you're just gonna hear damn silence.
Yeah, because that's all I can hear.
Yeah, are you gonna hear?
So that's why I'm gonna make sure this show, because I had plenty of more stuff I could have put on there, but I thought I had did it too long. So
no, it was like 50 what, like
51 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we gonna do now? We finna jump into the Louisiana Lost Tribes, y'all. We're gonna drop down, and I want y'all to understand that it's not for everybody, but I do want us to understand where we came from. first of all, who we are. And then we'll go and get into more what we were, I guess, the way we worshiped God, the way that we praise God, what we were doing before Christianity was introduced to us. I want to find out. So I want y'all to find out with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop us down and hit the mute.
I live in two worlds. I live in the world of black people. I live in the world of Indians.
The story? The story. We were stripped of our Native American rights because of our skin color.
A lot of evil that was done in terms of discriminatory practices.
We were like a no man, no one, nobody.
This is similar to a modern day civil rights movement.
The Shava group is a group consists of Indians of color that trace their background to the Chilliwack tribe of Louisiana, Mississippi. We are dealing with the rules that the Chilliwacks made. They banished most of the black Indians off of the reservation.
Because we didn't have the right complexion, they determined we was not where we came from.
My great aunt, she married half Indian, half African American. That's pretty much why we were shunned from the tribe.
We are a large group of Native American that does not have our identity. My kids today, they say, "Dad, what are we?" They're not white. They're not black. What are we?
I think about my ancestors who were ostracized, who were denied. They probably went through certain psychological things, probably dealt with mental illness.
It was always, oh, it's that Indian thing in our family. Oh, it's that Indian thing. My mom has always told me, your great-grandmother never talked about it. She was embarrassed. It was always a rejection, always, with the tribe. Every time we fill out an application, they go in and they reject us.
I've often tried to inquire on getting on the roster. I was told it was closed.
The sins of the past are the things that we are dealing with. This exodus of the black Indians off the reservation produced what they thought was a pure race, a race of strictly Indians and whites.
You got all those people living on the reservation and being accepted into the tribe when they're not even part Indian.
We was mischaracterized by a group of people that, quite frankly, they just don't give a damn.
A lot of things out there that we were deprived of. Maybe we could have better health care. My mom has stage 4 melanoma cancer right now. I was filling out one of those applications the other day for the Obamacare. Do I check on Native American? Hey, I checked it just to see what it would say. Oh, well, then you get this benefit. Huh, okay, that sucks.
It's painful and it hurts that I have to defend who I am. Sometimes people refer to it as the lost tribe. It almost feels like you are lost.
I represent the original Chilliwacks, my people, the pure Chilliwacks.
We are Native Americans, and my grandmother is 92 years old, and I just want her, before she goes, I want her to be at rest, be at peace about it.
Many of my people have suffered, died. There are a lot living, and you can see it, the pain in their features. All of my ancestors, they would be very proud to see what's happening now with this movement. We should be considered what we are, Native Americans.
Because my grandmother was black. I want to say Blackfoot Indian. And, well, not my grandmother, but my great grandmother. So I'm sure, that it's more than just me. You know what I'm saying? So I started asking people and trying to find out, like, bro, is it just me or are your people from here? Because so my cousin, I wish she could have been on the show, but one day I'm going to have a show with her on here. She started digging and digging and digging and digging. And then she found out that we were Aborigine. And I was like, what is Aborigine? I had no idea, because as long as I can remember, we were taught that we were African. And we was brought over here by the slave ship and all the shit, right? So I was like, well, just, let me just, look into what she was saying, because, a lot of our family members was like, I don't know what she's talking about. But at the same time, yeah, we're not African. We're Aborigine. We were here before Columbus. And we would have never known that if we wouldn't have started finding out, okay, where the hell did we come from? Who are we? Why are we this way? Because I noticed that about me and my family, we love Mexican food. And you can call me a Blaxican, a real talk, because I love Mexican food, but it's also a part of, the Aztec part of the Indians. So yeah, our natural instinct was telling us, then we just had to get proof. So you have any, anybody in your family that's full Indian or anything like that? Street, are you here?
She unmuted me and I ain't even know. What was the question?
I got you. You should know that.
What was the question?
I said, do you have any family members that you know that are Indian?
If I'm still silent, I don't know. I might.
You might. Well, you need to figure it out.
Questions, huh?
Why you haven't? What? Everybody needs to go and find. Where go do the ancestry.com. Go back and figure this shit out. Quit letting them just tell you whatever the hell they want to tell you. Because I know you got Indian in your family. The way your cheekbones are, I know it. So
I guess I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Well, we're gonna see. That's one of the things we're gonna do when I get up there. We're gonna find your ancestors, brother. Okay, so we're gonna get into the Aboriginal Native American Indians so we can get that part out the way. Okay.
I haven't seen anything to indicate that just because you have a name like Blackfoot, that you are somehow descended from the original people of the Americas. Cherokee owned African slaves. A lot of people don't know that. We talk about a lot of times that we had a harmonious relationship with Native Americans, but it wasn't always like that. Some Native Americans actually were slave owners. The group of Native Americans that I have the most respect for are the Seminoles, because in Florida, people call Seminoles and the descendants of enslaved Africans fought together. And we even know the names of some of them. There's a brother named John Horse. There's a Native American hero named Wildcat, who was very much a champion of African people. There are people like Osceola. But I haven't seen any indication that these Native American groups, which we are claiming relationships with, are really the descendants of the first people in the Americas. In other words, to make a long story short, I think this Aboriginal thing is nonsense. I think it's anti-African. I think it's destructive to our community, and it should be nipped in the bud. And anybody who engaged in any kind of critical thinking wouldn't have any difficulty finding the fallacy of it. As a matter of fact, I even question whether it's an African thing. I think that you have white supremacist organizations that plant these seeds, even give false African identities to further split the African community. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I believe in the global unity of African people, and anything that attempts to sabotage that, I'm opposed to. And so this aboriginal indigenous nonsense, which is just that, to me is one of the worst things that's happened to our community in a very long time, and it needs to be called as such. Much of it, I think, stems from an anti-Africanism. I think that there are people in our community who would rather be called turds in the toilet than an African. I do believe that, because we've been taught to be so ashamed of Africa. And so I think that feeds this aboriginal indigenous nonsense. And I think a lot of it is the result of a lack of critical thinking, and that people confuse the first arrivals with indigenous. People of African heritage were the first people to settle the the Western Hemisphere, the Western world. But there's a very different, it's very different to say that we were the first to come here than to say that we are the direct descendants of those original African people. And that's the problem.
See, I meet a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? That deny that there were people here before, you know, the Africans. And when you think about it, this land was already taken. You know what I mean? And if you hear the Columbus story, he was sleeping with Indians. They were here already. But you have those type of people in our own race that don't want to accept the actual facts that there were people here and they were not African before Africans got here, before they enslaved. Yes, they had people that worked with, Indians that had slaves. They had people that were brought into slavery, just like an African that were Indian, but they were all not African, because we are different. We look different. You could tell that, by our features, we look different. So, I mean, it's up to you. What you think, Rizzo?
Say what?
What you think? Do you think that everybody that came here that was a slave was African?
No.
No? So, what do you think?
Huh?
Y'all forgive him. I don't know what's wrong with him. So, okay, what do you think? Do you think that your ancestors were Indians? Do you think your ancestors was African? By the way you feel naturally inside. Do you feel like an African warrior?
No.
Do you like Mexican food?
Not really.
You know?
Well,
you might be African, boy. You know, like
is nachos Mexican food?
Huh?
Is nachos Mexican food?
Yes, nachos is Mexican food. Enchiladas, fajitas, tacos.
I mean, I only eat like 2 of those things, but it is what it is.
Have you ever asked your mom?
Hell no, she don't know.
She know who her grandmother was.
What? True.
And she know who her grandmother was.
True.
So, I mean, we need to figure this shit out. We can't just keep letting them serve us shit. Because not only did they serve us that, because if we actual Indians, then we owed reparations. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they got their own reservation. Because black people just won't do it. I don't know why. They will not go and try to get their reparations. I don't know why. I have no idea. But they will protest for everything else, but they don't try to get their reparations. Indians have reserves, they have land. I mean, every time you fill out the application now, they want to know if you Indian American, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would want to know if I'm owed something. What about you?
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. So it's this other video I gotta show y'all. There's one more video on it, and then we're gonna be done with this. And then we're gonna get into the horoscopes, and we're gonna get into the crystals. And then we're gonna let y'all go because it's Friday. It's Friday. It's time to turn up. Especially if y'all were Rizzo at. I'm gonna drop you down. Yeah, because it's what 3 hours ahead up there. It's 2 hours ahead in Central. So yeah. He probably sleepy and all the shit. But yeah, watch this, y'all. No, I'm just checking this all out.
Just checking out. What's up, man? What's your nationality, bro?
This is my tribe right here. But it's not Cuban though. It's incorrect.
What is it?
It's Masachua. It's a little different. But it's Manasai. It's the same thing.
What you mean, like but your people come from Cuba?
Nah.
Where your people come from?
Israel.
Israel? What part of Israel?
Israel that's here.
Manasseh. Okay, but what do they call your people on this side of the earth?
Masachua.
Massachusetts? That's a native tribe?
Massachusetts state named themselves after our tribe.
Massachusetts. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But this is how the tribe is pronounced.
Okay, Manasseh.
So Algonquin language is the same as Israel language, the same as Hebrew language.
Yes, sir.
My language is very similar to this.
Okay. So y'all down here from Boston now?
Yeah, from Maryland.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, it was just interesting to see that.
Yeah.
I saw it earlier. I was like, yo, that's crazy. It's got our tribe on it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I've been looking into the Algonquin and this. What is that other tribe? What are the other tribes like in New York? It's Algonquin. What's right in New York though?
Algonquin is still
Shinnecock.
But they're all Algonquin still.
But they're all a part of the
Algonquin's a language.
Yeah.
There's only one Algonquin tribe there in Canada.
Okay, but the language group is Algonquin.
But our nationalistic designation is called Titicut.
Okay.
So our designations, the way that we do our nationalistic stuff, like our nation status, it comes from the land base in which your home village is.
Okay.
So we have 198 different villages within Massachusetts, but my home village is Titicut.
Okay.
Because my grandfather, who was the chief of the tribe, I serve as council chief now, but my grandfather, he served as council chief. And when he did, the national designation was Titicut. So on the old documents that you can pull from the Vatican from the 1621, you can actually see there that it says Massachusetts country or Titicut country, opposed to, like a tribe. We didn't even use tribe, but Mattakeesit would be my race.
Okay.
I'm considered Mattakeesit as my race, but my national designation is Titicut.
It's crazy because literally we were just talking about it before you walked over. I was talking about how they got over 900 different, what they would say tribes, but everyone that got that federal recognition.
Yeah, they only got 565 federally acknowledged,
yeah.
But there's thousands that are unacknowledged, and every single last one of you guys standing out here comes from one of those tribes too, that are unacknowledged by the feds, but acknowledged by the Creator. Which is more
what you're saying is basically you're acknowledging that we all go back
absolutely
to Israel.
Absolutely. But everybody thinks Israel is somewhere else. That's also another problem.
What are you saying? Are you saying Israel is in America?
This is Israel.
Why do you believe that this is Israel?
I'll tell you why I know that.
Okay.
Because 10,000 years ago, they found an ancient rock from my tribe, okay? And it was very prehistoric. It was about 10,000 years old. And the language on there is the same language as the Hebrew language, right? But also what's interesting about this rock is that the story is the story of the Jewish high holidays, but it's ours. And then they replicated the story of the Jewish high holidays off of our actual documentation on the rocks. The story's off.
Now, So this is why I'm doing this show. Is because I want y'all to understand that the stories that we read in the Bible and the stories that we read, they all may be true.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual place that it actually happened, to the actual people that it actually happened to, and how it actually happened is a mystery, because what they do, they whitewash everything. They change everything. I mean, you watch Egyptians on TV, you would think they were white.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, stop allowing them to just feed y'all shit. Go do your own research. Find out who you are. Tell your kids so they can tell their kids. Find out what comes natural to you. Because I'm going to tell you something. I might lose followers. I might lose subscribers. I don't care. But I never resonated with some of the things that I read in the Bible. I never did. It just never made sense to me. And that may be somebody else's walk of life. It may not, I'm not judging anybody's walk of life. Whatever fits you, whatever feels right to you on the inside, that's what you do, But me, it never resonated with me. I felt like I just didn't understand it. It didn't make sense. And I felt like it was always something missing. So I've always been on a search to find me and, make sure that I'm doing the right thing, because not only is it important to me, it's important for me to teach it to my kids so they can teach my grandbabies what's the real. I don't want my kids and my grandbabies running around not knowing the truth. And I'm not going to just repeat something that I heard over and over again from people that are repeating what they heard, because most people are repeating what their grandmother said, their mama said to them, their grandmother said, your mama repeating what her grandmother said, and so on and so forth, until, nobody remembers. And then we lost. That's the thing. I can go through years of school, and I never knew we were anything before slaves, other than over there in Africa. All I thought was we was in Africa, then we slaves. Who were we? What did we do before that? We were told everything to do. We were told who to worship, how to think. What were we doing without their help? I wanted to know. So I just want to bring y'all on this journey with me while I learn for myself. And I want to thank y'all for spending time with me today. I got y'all a nice inspiration to go with for this weekend. And I might pull back up on y'all on a surprise, though, because we got a part 3 coming to one of my shows. And I want y'all to put in the comments and let me know which show y'all want to see a part 3 to. Because it's on the way, the part 3. And we're going to keep continuing doing this every show. It's going to be added to as a segment to my show. To the who are we? Just like the crystals, the horoscopes, and stuff like that. Like, since I know it's late, it's Friday, I'm gonna go ahead and do a show for you guys for the horoscopes and the crystal. It's gonna be crystals. It's gonna be loaded up on my YouTube. I should have it on there by tomorrow. So make sure y'all go check. If you want to know your horoscope, you want to know the crystal, it'll be loaded up, because we've been on here an hour and 5 minutes already, and it is y'all weekend. So, but what?
Past my damn bedtime. Do you know I'm a child? Do you know I need to be in the bed at a certain time?
Yes, he needs to get his beauty rest.
Look. If y'all want this to be 3Tymesthetea featuring Rizzo, let her know.
Let me know, because we can bring Rizzo up all the time.
Do that damn educational shit doing. I might go to sleep, but other than that,
But you learned something today, didn't you?
I guess you're right.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the inspiration. I'm gonna drop down. Me and Rizzo gonna come back and say y'all our final goodbyes. Y'all hold tight. So he gonna go to sleep. Little baby, I'm a burping.
I'm gonna fight not for me, but to uplift my little brothers who are sleeping in concrete floors today in America. Black people who are living on welfare, black people who can't eat, black people who don't know no knowledge of themselves, black people who don't have no future.
Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Oh, he was the greatest man I ever met. To say he was the greatest boxer is a put down. He was bigger than boxing. He was bigger than anything. I mean, if you were a movie star and you went out to see Muhammad Ali, you become a better movie star, a better lawyer, a better doctor. He was truly the greatest.
It used to be easy, talking and saying I am the greatest, campaigning for the title. Now I am here and everybody else is trying to take my titles. All these fellas are trying to get my title now. And it's no longer fun getting up every morning early to run and training every day. It's getting to be a grind and a job, but it pays off if you're in condition and if you can keep with it.
You have to realize what's involved, and losing sometimes make you get your mind ready. My mind wasn't ready for the first Frazier fight, or the first Norton. The second time I got serious and did a lot better. Ali will fight you till he dies. You have to kill him. He's not gonna quit.
It was really strange. I thought I'd knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, but about the 3rd round, I hit him and he fell on me. I thought, that's it. And he started screaming, "That all you got, George? Show me something."
I have a lot of speed and a lot of endurance. If you're signed to fight me, increase your insurance.
Muhammad Ali, one of my great heroes, had a great line in the 70s when he was asked, "How many sit-ups do you do?" He said, "I don't know, because I start counting only when it starts burning."
You have a feeling of elation? Yes, sir. I'm just always happy. I'm not jumping and shouting because I'm used to victory.
All of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Have you ever been knocked out? Ever dreamed of being knocked out? There's not a man in the world to beat me.
I am the greatest fighter of all time. And when I hit you with a hard right hand, you will fall.
See, that was the reason I played that video at Inspiration, because, see, everybody never, ever, ever root for the underdog. You know, and okay, they think I ain't all that. I think I'm all that. As long as I think I'm all that, I'm going to bring that into me, into my world. Like Street Madness Radio. This radio finna be the biggest radio in the one of the biggest radio stations in the world. And I wanted to let him see, you know, that it's not about being cocky. You know, it's about just knowing your worth. And this radio station it is the shit. If you haven't already went to listen to it, you don't even have to listen to my show. You could go on there and listen to the radio station and never turn that motherfucker off. So I know we the Muhammad Ali of the radio station. And not only that, we doing something that ain't nobody doing. We doing something that's first ever being done. So with that being said, y'all know, I want y'all to go make sure y'all go ahead and download Live 365. Catch the show Monday between 7 and 8. Am I correct, Rizzo?
Yes, ma'am.
That's my show. But if you just want to be jamming, if you got, you tired of them old stations, go ahead. Put it in your car. Put it on your TV to clean up. Because Street Madness Radio is on the come up. I'm just saying. Anything you want to say before we go out?
Peace.
Peace. All right, y'all go ahead and put some. You say what?
Look, I'm sleepy. And
He's
then
sleepy, y'all. All right.
And then she didn't even tell me I was
comments.
back on this motherfucker. Like, really?
Put some threes in the comments. We're gonna bring Rizzo back when he woke. Okay. We're gonna do an early show for Rizzo.
Meant no difference.
All right, I love y'all. Y'all see y'all. I'm gonna pull up on y'all on a surprise now. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. All right. Put some threes in the comments. Put some threes in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all got any research.
Why the hell they putting threes in the comments?
Because for 3 times the T. If y'all find out anything that y'all need me to know, let me know. Send me the video. Send me the link so that I can play it. Because I'm on a search to find out who we are. And also, we're going to be talking about shit like this on the radio worldwide. So let me know. If y'all want to come on the show, also inbox me, DM me, whatever. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share. On YouTube, 3 times the T. Okay, go subscribe. And not subscribe, I want to say go and friend Street Madness Radio on Instagram. Go and to Live 365. Friend them too. So yes, and they put threes in the comments because it's 3 times the T. 3 times.